EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You look at this Buffalo defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side to Higgins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Bills nothing.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Arian Smith with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Two yards to go, second down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Now Lawrence. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown,
Travis Etienne from 13 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead.
The kicker on
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Jets 14, Bills 7.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Richardson working from the gun. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuegbunam now.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
The Bills hit 500, hit 6-6, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And he's got this down to the 35. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
Here's Tucker, complete on the right side.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
A first carry here for Kene Nwangu.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
At the 19-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He's got Smith here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Arian Smith with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
That ties the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Preston. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming out.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
From his own end zone, it's Richardson. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
Richardson's pass.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this. He'll get this to Kene Nwangu complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Now a 2nd and 10. And Richardson yet again.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for
Part of
Arian
what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Now Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Lawrence. Throw right side, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Preston. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the
47-yard line.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 5.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Got his open man. It's Carr. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On the pickup.
He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second
and I think they'd be
10.
well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Richardson looking to throw. Open man is Tucker. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
Another Bills.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now, 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Richardson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Lawrence will throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Here's Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't put anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's Richardson from the gun on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Jets will have a short field to Work with as they take over 1st and 10. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter,
and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Lawrence now to throw after that last run. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
the good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll empty out the backfield and ready for a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
4th down. Here's Lawrence. It's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Richardson working from the gun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
10 yards.
The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed,
drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Second and 17.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Shedding through the defense. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 8.
This is Thomas.
A determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They'll run on first down. Preston. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
They suspected it as a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Wilson's got it complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move it a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shrugs him off, fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Their mobile quarterback keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Bills 20.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Richardson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
By
Joey Bosa. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find,
Plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 31-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and
Basically,
19.
you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He finds his man, complete. That's Carr. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
It's 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. Richardson on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Richardson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
For Trey Tucker. Incomplete. Andre Cisco on the coverage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Makes the score.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Jets take
And
over.
that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Now a handoff up the middle. Preston. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The Jets.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And he stopped immediately there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we're going to timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Second and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of 35.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They run with Thomas. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Touchdown, Jets.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Richardson to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for his wideout.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Richardson.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
Huge play there. Now, do you use that timeout or try to hustle it up?
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Richardson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throwing now is Richardson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Going for it on fourth. Here's Richardson. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5.